And I got a lot of questions from Instagram and on here on YouTube asking why I did not fast for 3 years consecutively, or how I am juggling fasting and breastfeeding because I currently have a 4-month-old baby. If this is what you'll be interested in, please stay tuned. Hello, you guys. Iftar Mubarak, Ramadan Mubarak. I thought to make this video now because of my previous video where I talked about not fasting for 3 years consecutively and having to fast this Ramadan 2024, inshallah. And I got a lot of questions on Instagram asking why I did not fast for 3 years, and um, I got a comment here on YouTube asking how I got to repay my previously missed fasting. And I had already replied almost everybody, but a part of me just felt to make this video now. So for those that were curious but couldn't ask the question, and also for those that would find themselves in this situation, they would equally have um, a way out through my own experience. So, a little backstory. I got married in 2021, March precisely 2021. It's 3 years now. I got married in 2021 and I immediately got pregnant. Ramadan 2021 was in April, so I was able to fast just for 14 days. I missed about 16 days, and I was pregnant all through the year, so there was basically no time to repay my fast. And in 2022 Ramadan, I was breastfeeding, and I was exclusively breastfeeding, no water, no food, for 6 months. I gave birth in December of 2021. So as at Ramadan of 2022, my baby was barely about, I think, 4 months roughly. So she wasn't around the age where I could wean her a little bit of breastfeeding and maybe add cereal or solid. So, coupled with the fact that I was breastfeeding exclusively and I was supposed to do that for about 6 months. So, I couldn't fast because fasting affected my breast milk production. So, it slowed down like the amount or the quantity of breast milk I produced. Therefore, I couldn't fast during Ramadan of 2022. Now, I was breastfeeding all through until she clocked 1 in December 2022, and I was really happy and excited that in 2023 I was going to fast. Well, around March of 2023, or I think around February ending towards March, I discovered I was pregnant again. So, because of the way my previous pregnancy was, I was advised to avoid fasting within, that period of fasting, because it happened to be like the first trimester, and it was always like the worst of the worst for me. If you haven't watched my pregnancy story, please, just scroll down my videos and you'll find it there. I have my pregnancy stories, or I would tag it somewhere up here for you guys to go watch. Back to the story. So I couldn't fast the whole of Ramadan 2023, and I was pregnant up until October 2023, where I gave birth to my beautiful, beautiful baby boy. And because of my experience in my first child, I just didn't, and my breastfeeding experience, I just didn't want to exclusively breastfeed this time around. So I started giving him water like from the very first day, and um, I even started giving him milk because breastfeeding was really painful and hard for me during this second baby. So I just automatically just decided to give him milk. So we were, substituting milk and breast milk, like whichever is available at the time that he needs food. that was what I did. He's currently 4 months and it's Ramadan again, which is the fourth Ramadan I will be having to observe in my husband's house. Now, to answer the question of those people that are wondering how you get to repay like all of those fasts, um, if you watch my vlogs, if you watch my vlogs from like 22 a stroke I think a little bit of 2023, you would notice that there were parts of the vlog where I told you guys I was fasting, or I'll be like, oh, today is Thursday and we're fasting, because my husband equally helps me fast. You know, fasting in a congregation is easier than fasting alone. Fasting during Ramadan is way easier than fasting alone. So that's why a lot of mothers would, or a lot of pregnant women wouldn't want to miss fasting during Ramadan. You would want to fast with everybody because of how stressful it is to fast after. So what I did then was I would fast. I would make my niyyah to repay my Ramadan fast that I have missed, and I would fast on Mondays and Thursdays. So now you get rewarded for repaying your missed fasting, and at the same time you get reward for fasting on Mondays and Thursdays. So we have about 12 months in a year. To make it easy for you, we have about 12 months in a year, and when you remove 1 month out of the 12 months, let's say that's the Ramadan month, you have 11 months. So if you're fasting Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, we have 4 weeks in a month. That's about 8 days in that particular month. You guys will get to repay all of the 30 days even before the year runs out, and you get to rest before the next Ramadan. I hope that this has answered the questions of those that are wondering how you get to repay like all of your fasts, your missed Ramadan fasting, if at all it was like mine. Yeah. So for those of you wondering how I am currently juggling, breastfeeding a 4 months old baby and equally doing Ramadan, today is day four. I am filming this video on day four. Alhamdulillah, we just finished iftar, and Ramadan so far has been good, good, good. I haven't really felt it, not the way I felt during Haifa's time, that's 2022. So what I did this time around was, like I said earlier, I did not exclusively breastfeed. I started giving my baby water like immediately after he dropped into earth. Zamzam water actually for the first 40 days before I even started giving him like, our normal water. So what I did was when he clocked 3.5 months, I started introducing solids. I got this Tom Brown. If you're in Nigeria, sorry, you will know what Tom Brown is. It's just a collection of grains. I'm going to maybe put a picture or something around here and then give you a list of the things that you put together to form this powder that you get to give to your child. It is very, very healthy, and Alhamdulillah, Hamad really, he was excited. I don't know. I think he's a eater, if he, for lack of better word. He likes food, if I should say that. He was excited to start the solid. I have my 4 months postpartum video just down on my channel. You guys can check it out, where I started introducing him to solid, and he was really excited getting it. So what I did was I created a routine before Ramadan, because I was really keen about fasting this year. So I created a routine. I started at 3.5 months, and I make sure I give him the Tom Brown pap or cereal in the morning. When he wakes up, I give him about an hour, give him water, we play a little bit, and then I give him the pap. And after that, he goes right back to sleep most of the time. So when he does that, he gets to sleep for about 4 hours to 5 hours. That gives me time to do other things around the house that I need to do. And when he wakes up, let me give you a simple example. Let's say I give him the pap around 9 a.m. and he goes to sleep and he sleeps for 4 to 5 hours. That's 9, let's say 10, 11, 12, 1, sometimes 2, and he's up. I give him water and I then breastfeed around 2, and then I do that again at about 4:35, and when it's 7 p.m. I would give him the Tom Brown pap again. Now I do the nighttime because it really helps with him sleeping soundly almost through the night, because when he goes to sleep, it's currently some minutes to 10 and he is asleep already, and he's going to be sleeping up until about 3 a.m. or thereabouts. So you see, it helps him sleep well. So the night routine is really essential. Now we did that for about, I think, 3 weeks before Ramadan. Now it is 4 days into Ramadan, and I still uphold that particular routine, and it has helped me so much because I don't really breastfeed as much as I would do if I was exclusively breastfeeding. You guys get, so that has helped like to cover up hunger for the child. Now we're going to talk about the mother. Because you're breastfeeding, each time you breastfeed, I don't know for you guys, but for me, each time I breastfeed, it feels like the whole of my stomach has been scraped out. I have to like look for food, you know, again to recuperate myself. So what you do during sahur, since you really want to fast, is you, aside the main meal you want to eat, it would be nice if you get that Tom Brown too. You make your pap and you take it alongside your meal, or you get oats and milk. I would recommend oats and condensed milk because the sugar content is a bit low when you combine the oats and the condensed milk, rather than just adding milk and then adding sugar. But if you are the milk and sugar, if you're the milk person, I would advise you use honey instead of sugar, and you take that alongside your meal for sahur, and make sure you take a lot of water. That will help you in your milk production. Water really helps in milk production. So it will help you in milk production, and it will help you not get dehydrated during the day. But basically, I would advise, even if you don't introduce cereal to your baby before Ramadan, I would advise you probably introduce milk. If you really, really, really want to fast, it is good to find alternatives for the child. Islamically, a breastfeeding mother and a pregnant woman are excluded from fasting if it affects either you as the mother or the pregnant woman or the fetus you're carrying or the baby that gets their food from you. So it depends on your situation basically. It's not really a must. It's just that fasting in a congregation is easier than fasting alone. So a lot of mothers and a lot of pregnant women would really, really want to fast in the congregation rather than repay their fast after. But I guess whichever way works for you is fine. I just hope that this little explanation of mine has clarified a lot of questions out there, and the little backstory I gave you guys about why I didn't get to fast for 3 consecutive years. I wish us all of the best in this blessed month. I wish we are amongst the blessed in this blessed month, and I pray that Allah accepts our ibadah. I pray that Allah accepts our prayers. Thank you so much for watching my video. See you guys in my next one.